Social media is always full of the latest lifestyle trends and hacks, and oftentimes when something goes viral, it can become sparse on store shelves, and that is the case with the so-called skinny shot, Wegovy. Dr. Angelina, or as I'm going to call her, Dr. Angelina, because that's easier for me, is the president and co-founder of Ideal Body Institute. She joins us this morning to talk about what it is and the issues that are causing this shortage. Good morning, Dr. Angelina. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start with this. What is Wegovy, and for what is it prescribed?
So Wegovy is a medication for treatment of obesity. It is officially FDA approved for that chronic disease.
Okay, so you say the word disease. So is obesity classified as a disease, or is it just more because it's more of a precursor perhaps to diabetes?
No, obesity is classified as chronic disease, and it has both medical and surgical treatments to it.
Okay, so popularity on social media isn't the only cause for the shortage of Wegovy, though, right?
No. We have 60% of population that requires this treatment. We know that in Georgia alone, 38% of population is obese officially. So really, people need this medication.
When you talk about influencers and celebrities talking about something like this on TikTok, is that a good thing, do you think, for the general public to be exposed to something like this in that way?
From my standpoint, and it's a little unpopular opinion, I absolutely love that we're talking about it. It really puts this disease onto social media, onto the news. We can talk about it, and we can educate people about proper treatment. Okay,
so I'd never heard of Wegovy until doing a little research this morning for this interview, but I have heard of Ozempic, which is a similar drug, I guess, but it's, set me straight on this. As I understood it, one was approved by the FDA, one is not, but it's not quite that simple, is it?
It is relatively simple. Ozempic and Wegovy is the same drug. Ozempic is marketed for diabetes and Wegovy is marketed for obesity, but it is the same medication in the base of it.
Okay, so that's interesting that one would be approved, the same medication, one approved for one thing. Is that common in medications?
I've seen it a few times with another similar medication, also for diabetes and weight loss. It's called Victoza and Saxenda. Same pattern and same planning. It's really, I think, more of a marketing strategy from the pharmaceutical companies.
Okay, so let's talk about who's a candidate for this so-called skinny shot. Is this a short-term fix? Maybe you're trying to lose some weight for a wedding or a big event, or is this something that one would take for an extended period of time?
This medication is really meant for long-term use. You have to work with your doctor. Doctor has to agree that it is a good medication for you because, again, it's a chronic disease, and if you stop taking medication that treated your chronic disease, like let's say high blood pressure or diabetes, the disease will come back and the weight will come back up. So as we kind of wrap this up, what happens though when a patient stops taking it? I guess is there a weaning off process? If you do take this, you need to consult your doctor. You absolutely have to talk with your doctor. You do not cold turkey this medicine. You have to talk with your doctor, slowly wean it off, and then hopefully with all the diet changes, lifestyle changes, you could potentially maintain some of the weight loss, but ultimately it will come back.
Side effects?
Minor, but can be managed with your doctor and appropriate management.
All right, very interesting. Dr. Angelina, we appreciate you coming in and explaining that for us today. Dumbing it down for me. I appreciate that.